run through of how to create a landing page. Please keep in mind that this is only an example. I have not put anything in places that I would usually use, and you guys will need to come to your own decision on where to place things on your own landing page. Try not to copy the layout of this one. So we're starting off with a blank page, and I'm going to put the logo up here. For context, I will be creating a landing page for Digital Marketing 201, and the consumer, I'm trying to get them to enroll in the course. So to edit the header, you want to click on this little color palette, go to your brand. If you want to type in text, you can put it there. I personally want to add a picture, so I'm going to go here, click replace logo. I'm going to use the Victoria University logo. As you can see, that's come up there. So we're going to close, and then we're going to save. So that is starting to look good. I'm going to place a stack here, and that's going to include the hero shot and the unique value proposition. So I'm going to add my first stack, and you'll get these two options. You'll get preset or blank. Me personally, I like to use the blank ones. I find it gives you more creative freedom. Whereas presets, while they look nice, you do have, well, not someone else's work, but you do have filler text, and I find that you limit your own creativity with these. So use them as design inspiration, but I would avoid, and I would try and create things from scratch. For example, I'm going to try and replicate this, but using a blank stack. So for that, I'm going to choose 2 columns, and then I'm going to want to change the background of the stack. So I'm going to click on the color palette, stack background, image, choose picture, and I've already downloaded this one, and click save changes. So that is what it looks like. For your own landing page, you'll want to pick something that's not as pixelated. You want to have a nice professional looking landing page. So what I'm going to do now is add the unique value proposition. For example, I'm just going to say digital marketing management, save. And as you can see, that's incredibly difficult to read. So to edit that, we edit design, headings and paragraphs, and as you can see, it blocks off half this. If you click this button, it will go to the right side of the screen. So that was a big heading I put in. We're just going to change the color to white for now. And I'm not really a fan of the font. Let's go, yep, I like this one. And I might make it a little bit bigger. And now I'm going to change, save changes. From here, I'm going to add the subheading, which is part of the unique value proposition. I'm going to go with a heading again, but I'm going to choose heading 3. This is where you go into a little bit more detail about your main headline. So I'm just going to write, where creativity comes alive and marketing and technology meet. And like I said before, I'm just going to change that to heading 3. Save, and once again, that's hard to read. Do the same thing, headings and paragraphs. That was heading number 3. And I'm going to change it to something similar, maybe just the regular version. And I'm going to want to also put that in a colour that I can read. So there we have it. We've got a hero shot, unique value proposition, the headline and the subheading. And if we preview this, this is what it looks like. See, it's still a little bit hard to read. I can make it even easier to read by clicking on here, column settings, column 1, column background, and I'm going to make that black. And as you can see, it's easy to read. Now if I want my hero shot to be a little bit wider, so this to be a little bit taller, I click on here, width and spacing, top and bottom for stack spacing. And I'm just going to slide that across. As you can see, I can have it quite thin or I can have it quite thick. I want it to be about this thick for personal preference. So how does that look? I think that looks good. Oops, sorry. So I'm just going to go back to the slides. So we've done the main headline and the subheading for the unique value proposition. We've also done the hero shot. We still need to add benefits, social proof and call to action. So this is where you have to decide what's going to be more important. I'm going to add benefits at the bottom. I think I want to have at least 3 benefits showing. So I'm going to click 3 because I want 3 columns. And just for a placeholder, I'm going to write benefit 1, benefit 2, benefit 3. So that's what that's going to look like. If I want this to be the same colour as the top, I've already gone here and found the colour, the hex code for it. Copy the hex code. Go back to the stack, click the colour palette, stack background colour, and then just copy that code in here. Click enter and save changes. Once again, you can't really read this writing. Do what you did before. Headings and paragraphs. It was heading 1. And we're just going to turn that white for now. So as you can see, we've got that. We've got our benefits. And now we still need to add social proof and a call to action. So for social proof, you might want to include trustworthy symbols. When it comes to Victoria University, you could include past students, past reviews of the course, and so on. So we're going to go with a blank stack. And we might include maybe 4 or 5 social proofs. Once again, I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to do it as heading 3 just so we can read the whole thing. Social proof 1. Social proof 2. Social proof 3. Social proof 4. Social proof 5. Sweet as. When it comes to the unique value proposition, you need a reinforcement statement about halfway down the page. So your benefits section might actually end up being a little bit wider than this, so you could pop it in between here. So we're just going to add a stack in between these two. And I'm going to use a preset for this one. I'm just going to edit this text down here. I'm just going to write, just for now, unique value proposition reinforcement statement. Yep. And then we've got our social proof. And what else do we still need to add? We still need to add our call to action. So this all comes down to preference where you place your call to action. I like having one at the top. So I'm going to add a button, and for your assignment, the button does not actually need to work. So for the button, I'm going to write something positive for positive reinforcement. Either start learning today. I'm just going to redirect it back to the landing page. Start learning today. But I'm not too sure that statement is, kind of interesting to the consumer. So register your interest here. Just an example. Cool. And you'll want to think about contrast. So you want your button to stand out. So I'm just going to go into the color palette, click buttons, and you'll be given 8 different styles. So you can see them as you click on them. Not really a fan of that one. I think that one was alright. Maybe this one will be a little bit better just for now. So I want to change the color of the button. I might even go back to Victoria University green. That was the border. That's the text. Here we go, background color. So now that I've done that, I'm going to want to change the text to either black, which is quite hard to read, or white. Cool. I'd recommend doing something bold, something that is obvious. And we're going to click Save Changes. So as you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3 parts of the unique value proposition. You still need one more. You need the closing argument. So for that, I'm just going to copy to this page. So look, I've got 2 now. And I'm going to unlink the stacks design. Save changes. I'm just going to move that to the bottom. Your closing argument should be close to the bottom. That's the point. It's a closing argument. Closing argument. No. What are you waiting for? Start learning today. Save. And then I'd add another call to action, the final call to action. And for this, I'll go register for digital marketing here. Link it back to the landing page. Save. So here you have it. We've got a landing page. We're just going to preview what it looks like. Looking good. Yeah, so if I were you, I wouldn't worry too much about what I've done here. You'll need to write in your report why you have put, say, the benefits below the hero shot, why you've put the call to action here and why you've put it down here. You need to explain everything that you've done. And since I will be marking your stuff, I will know if you've copied this as well. I really want to see some creative ideas come out.